Hello, punters, and welcome to the Leg Up Australia podcast. Sam Wood, Blake Johnson, Pat Allendorf. Good afternoon, gents. How are we?
Great, mate. What a week. What a weekend, actually. I got a lot of missed phone calls, a lot of FaceTimes over the weekend from the boys at the Leg Up Cup.
Yeah, I had to host it solo.
Yes, I was down and out.
We had 3 scratchings at the barriers for a table of 10.
I was late scratching. I was sick.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I think the spicy cough had been floating around the Gold Coast. But you come good. You didn't have it in there.
I didn't have it at the end.
Yeah, so...
Might have been nerves.
It was nerves.
Oh, mate.
I'll tell you what, I was looking at him after the last when he was FaceTiming me thinking to myself, geez, I feel a bit sick now too.
It was actually a very good event. So it was, as we said, it was the Michael Costa farewell race day for charity. They did a raffle, and so I think there was probably 20 tables. We had a table of 10 there, and then of course we got the race as well, the leg up handicap.
The class 3 handicap.
The class 3 leg up handicap cup. It's good. I don't know if anyone's ever been to the marquee there. It's like an inflatable marquee or something.
Oh, you can jump on it.
Yeah. But you're right behind, you're kind of to the left of the mounting yard, and you watch them come down the straight at you. It's terrible for actually viewing who won the race, but it's a good spectacle regardless.
Sounds like Hawkesbury.
Yeah, right. Well, on point, because we're talking about Hawkesbury today. Fantastic.
No, Hawkesbury, they run past you and you go, oh, they're not finished.
Yeah.
Oh, where are they running off to?
Yeah, but Hawkesbury, even the camera looks at them down the
street.
Yeah,
down the street.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it was a huge day. I don't have great recollection of the night. We met a couple of new members. We got some good raffle. We won some raffle stuff. I can't remember. And
I heard it's something about a bottle of Johnny Walker Blue Label.
I don't know.
Yeah, you were carrying it around like it was a glow stick.
I don't know where that ended up. I think I walked into the Loose Moose drinking from it.
Yeah, well, you would have lasted a long time there.
Yeah, I think
what though? They remember us. How are you? You know, there's a super tall dude. No, there's a super tall dude. Shout out to that guy.
there was a time when you rang me at the Loose Moose and you said, oh, mate, what about Costa's not even answering his home phone?
There's no way I called you Loose Moose.
You did.
No way.
You did. You're out of control.
I didn't call anyone. It was a great weekend, and we've got another great weekend coming up, obviously. Just the fact that Group 1 racing returns to the great, proud state of South Australia. Guys, you excited for Morphettville madness?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, you're legitimate,
There's
probably.
A few minutes to be found.
Jeez, Blake, don't sound too excited.
The energy from Blake today is high.
I'm busting.
He's busting. He's Morphettville mad.
He walked straight in and coughed all over the keyboard.
He wore a mask in, and then as soon as he sat down, he took it off because I'm not going to wear this on the show. So I can get sick. Actually, one of our fantastic members, and as I put a post up in Tips and Tips, so many of our members through these trips have become really good mates, and a good guy, really, really good guy, friend of ours, Michael Heckenberg, who we met from the Men's Matter race day, Big Heckers. He brews his own beer, and he brewed the Leg Up Lager. Now,
is that empty?
It is. No, this one's full. I don't know why he gave me 4. He said they were for other people, but Blake is the only one that gets a full one. Thanks, the ones are empty now. But it is actually genuinely beautiful beer. I don't know how he brewed it. I don't know if it's a bathtub recipe or something like that.
Like that?
No, I think you get about. I think I got about 2.5 schooners, maybe 3 schooners out of it. But it is bloody sensational.
Thanks,
so,
Heckers. I'll put this in the when I get home.
We might send Heckers some new merch. The merch is looking on point. We haven't all gone the 3 different colours yet, have we?
No, we haven't.
I had the tan on yesterday.
Oh, I lost my hat too on the weekend.
No, you didn't.
Big supporter of the show took it.
You gave it to someone. Hilda.
You gave it to Hilda?
No, Hilda called me like 10 times in a row. I thought, shit, I hope everything's all right. And then I answered, he goes, hey, I found someone that goes for Collingwood. You should talk to him. And then this drunk bloke got on the phone for 10 minutes. It was Friday night, I'm working. And it was, who was he?
Bloody Norm from the block.
Norm?
Norm.
Yeah, I know Norm.
I knew you'd know him. I was waiting for it. I knew
Mate,
you'd know him.
massive fan of the Leg Up. I gave him the hat.
Queensland?
He is from Queensland, but he lives up the road. He lives 2 minutes up the road. He goes, I would love to be on the podcast one day. So
from the block.
Absolutely not.
I gave him the hat and I said, well, look, I made him a promise that I obviously couldn't keep then. So I was, for sure, mate, you can be on it every week.
Yeah, and his wife is on Triple M. So any of our Sydney listeners that listen to Triple M, she's on there.
That's Norm. That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah,
mate, lovely bloke.
So he's a famous bloke.
When they were on the block, I reckon they did live in Queensland, and she used to have a radio show up here, didn't she?
Right. Okay. Well, yeah, she's on the big Sydney radio show now. So yeah, he was loving the leg up. He was loving it. Good guy. Loves the races. Loves Collingwood. Loves the big fella. Sober month, is it? Cup of tea.
No, this is it's Irish tea.
Oh, bullshit. Irish breakfast. So, like I said, heaps to get through in tonight's show. We have a couple of Group 2s up in Brisbane. We've got Group 3s and listed races across Hawkesbury for, is it Hawkesbury Cup Day or is it the Gold?
Hawkesbury Cup Day.
It is Hawkesbury Cup Day.
It's the Gold Cup.
The Gold Cup. That's it. That's why I was getting confused because then there's also a rush. Is it a Gold Rush?
Yeah, it is the Gold Rush.
Oh, it is.
And it's sponsored by Forex.
Forex Gold Rush. Well, that makes sense. Great guys.
Mate, this is the Clarendon's biggest day of the year.
Yes.
Actually, Costa came over to our table. I said, look, mate, we get to cut. He goes, thanks. You guys have been giving us so much support and we're really getting along and I'm going away, we're joking around. I said, mate, you never got to meet BJ. Thinking, we talk about Costa a million times and things like that. He goes, oh, Blake. I know Blake. I know him really well. I'm like,
he was best mates with my next door neighbour when I was
We've spoken about Costa 6,000 times and you've failed to mention that you know him.
Who was your next door neighbour?
I told you this.
He said he knows you well.
Aquilina.
Oh, Isaac? Ackers?
Ackers. He's actually the late Isaac Aquilina. He actually passed away, so.
Oh, shit.
Oh. Sorry.
Rest in peace, Isaac.
Yes, Isaac. Well, yeah, and Costa was very, Blake, we were good mates.
Yeah, back in the day, that was back in the Hawkesbury.
Oh, just failed to mention that too, but good luck to Costa. That's it now. We'll follow him when he's over there, but that's it.
So, yeah, mate, we probably got to get on Annabelle Neesham up there. She's taken over the stable, so.
Yeah, we'll get Nish on board. She's a gun. She's an absolute champion. Are you on punters panel tomorrow?
I am on the punters panel tomorrow.
The punters, what was you got a multi up or something? Something was going good on Twitter.
Yeah.
You were trending.
Yeah, it was all happening on Twitter.
Did you know this?
I was very happy.
That?
They do a multi for the punters panel every Friday.
So for anyone outside of New South Wales, punters panel is?
It's on Big Sports Breakfast. Not the Racing HQ. It's on.
So
the Big Sports Breakfast.
It's on your tab app as well.
Yeah, so you go on your tab app. They do the punters panel multi, and they give you a bit of inflated odds. You have to pick a horse to run in the top 4, and then they pay you out.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and the Tamworth Angle, it came down to us in the last.
Oh, did
It
it?
looked like we were on 5th, I tell you.
Oh, yeah, I saw those messages too.
But Tamworth Angle, thank you.
The Tamworth Angle.
We'll take that.
So,
never been so
punters
happy to
panel,
run
make
4th
sure you listen in. Can people send you questions? Is that what
I think they call. I think they call, send texts.
Hit BJ up for some questions on the punters panel.
Yeah, so we'll be doing a punters panel for Saturday this week. Last week we did it at Tamworth.
Oh, yeah, for Tamworth Cup Day. Saturday we'll be doing for Hawkesbury.
Hawkesbury,
it's a tough day of racing on Saturday, isn't it?
Horrible. I hate it.
I'm assuming not too many bets.
We will not be having. We might have 1 or 2.
We have to. We're in, for the members listening. We're in a strong position to end the month. We've got to be careful.
No, we'll be right.
Just so you easy, put off the gas.
We'll be right.
Well, I reckon if he hates that meeting, let's go to it first.
Oh, you want to get into Hawkesbury?
Actually, let's do that. Let's do a bit of You Cannot Be Serious first.
Let's do it.
You cannot be serious. That ball is on the line.
All right, this week's You Cannot Be Serious is going towards a person who probably is not involved in the racing industry, but he has done something to really put me offside this week. And it's not because of his shit haircut. Keith Urban.
Okay.
That haircut has got to stay in the 90s. But also, not only that haircut, you've got a double threat in front of you on The Voice through the week in Robbie Dolan. Group 1 winning jockey, jumps up on The Voice and lets out some dulcet tones that are absolutely amazing. I cannot believe that this guy can ride a horse and sing like that. The bloke is an absolute freak. All 3 of the 4 judges turn around.
Aussie turn around quick too. They turn around.
Straight away. Aussie's Keith. Aussie Keith and his terrible salad just sat there.
I got to look at his hair now.
Like a D on toast and did nothing, didn't turn around. So, mate, shout out to Keith Urban. You got the You Cannot Be Serious this week, and Robbie Dolan for an absolute amazing performance on The Voice. It was really out of left field. It was great.
They loved it too. Do you know Robbie?
He's best mate to one of my best mates, actually.
Yeah, tell you what, do not look up Keith Urban hair. He has got one of the worst collections of shit hair.
What a salad.
Wow, I can't believe he didn't turn around. Just Mowboy was it. Rita Ora. Is that the other one or is it Dua Lipa? I can't remember. Who's the
Rita
other
Ora.
Rita Ora. She was frothing.
Oh, mate, I was frothing.
Huh? Who did he go with?
What do you mean?
Don't you pick a judge?
Oh, I don't know. I just saw the clip that was on.
Because for The Voice, me and my wife, we sit with our chairs turned around to the telly.
This is good, right?
And then we spin around and then they go on our team.
And you just crush a beer can.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Yeah, I wonder who will go with. It's got Rita Ora will want him because she was feeling it as soon as he opened up, and they're like, it was very funny. Like they obviously know. Someone's obviously would have said to them, "You go back and watch it now, you'll see what I mean." Yeah, this guy's actually quite well known. You know, he's won Group 1s.
Group 1, they wouldn't have known that.
They would have, because then they're like, oh wow, and he goes, oh, I'm a professional. I ride horses for a living. And they're like, what? Really? No follow-up question or anything like that.
No.
Just,
what was it? The song that he sang? Do you know it?
Was it Horses by
It definitely was not.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
I thought that would have been a little bit, corny if he did that.
Blake, do you know the song that he sang?
See Blake lift his head for that. I thought he goes, it was not.
I know the song, but I can't remember it. It's a good song.
Oh, he was.
I just want to know: are either of you double threats? Do you have The Voice to back it up?
Yeah, I possibly could be.
Throw out a few bars.
What's the triple threat? It's act, dance, and sing.
Yeah, we can obviously act.
I've got all 3 of those.
Obviously act.
I'm one of the best dancers I know.
But throw us out a few bars in, Blakey. What's your go-to song?
Oh, I used to go for R. Kelly, so that's been canned. So.
We'll have to cut that out.
Cancelled. He's been cancelled.
Poor
that is.
Now, usually I don't do this, but I'm gonna break them off with a little previews of the remix. Now, I'm not trying to be rude, but hey, pretty girl, I'm feeling you the way that.
We're gonna have to cut all of that out. We can't be having R. Kelly on the show.
He's been cancelled.
And then what do you do at the end of that song? I can't remember.
No, you don't do that.
You don't do any of that stuff.
You don't do that.
We don't do that anymore.
What about you, Woodhead?
Hold on, I'm looking at. Can you hear this?
Yeah.
This will be a licensing thing that gets pulled up. We've only can listen to 15 seconds. Oh, Guy Sebastian's the other code.
Walking home and talking loads.
Walking home and talking loads of shit. That would have been me on Saturday night. Righto. So Keith Urban.
He really can sing though.
Who?
Robbie.
Robbie's.
I was talking about Woodhead.
Talking about me. Yeah, he was actually phenomenal. But Keith Urban goes on to the Ocean Spray Cranberry Juice You Cannot Be Serious list of 2022. He's got to be up there not only for not turning around, but for that hair. That hair is horrific.
I would love to pour a bottle of Ocean Spray Cranberry on that salad and just wet it up. Do something with that. Do you know what?
Dry.
It's like he's taking the piss out of people. Like, I'm a balding bloke, and it's almost like he's just saying, look, I don't care. I've got it, but I don't even care. Just throwing it in my face.
It looks like the the front of it looks like Venetian curtains. You know those ones that hang down. That's shocking. Oh, good edition of You Cannot Be Serious. Let's get into it. So many good races this weekend to get through. Obviously, we will end with the Group 1 in Morphettville. Let's start up north, Paddy. Do you mind if we go through a couple of these Group 2s at Eagle Farm? Currently rated as a soft 5, rail plus 5 metres entire course. I want to ask you about the 7th race, 1,600 metres, the Queensland Guineas. Is there something that we're having a little bet on in here? Remember Bend the Knee? You and I backed that in a punters club at 10-1.
True, mate. It's actually the one I've got on top here, Bend the Knee. I think it has that nice form over Lock Eagle and the horse we're talking about just before in Villana. That run last start where it cut back to the inside, I thought was beautiful. Presents third up here, gets to the mile. I think perfect timing. Jay O'Shea gets a good barrier. I think it should be able to posse up in this race and get over the top of these. Looks a nice race though, with some
very open.
A lot of good competition, but it's a few horses that sort of haven't lived up to their potential here in Coast Watch and what was the other one I was looking at? Festival Dancer.
Really.
That's the one. Festival Dance was the one that came with a picket fence at one point, didn't it? And then it's
just third, scratch, fourth.
Yeah, but I was speaking to someone in the stable about it last start, and they did think that it would come on from that run. So I don't know. I think I couldn't believe the good price, $5 about Bend the Knee. So I'm happy to have it on top. And yeah, I think it's worth a good bet. The other two from that race are staying in Sydney in the Hawkesbury Guineas. So yeah, it'll be a good watch. These horses going around.
Yeah, just on Festival Dancer, I reckon she was all right first up. That was a red hot inside 1-2 lanes, and she was only first up 1,400 meters on that heavy 8, and she found the line okay. So she's going to improve, and I'd be a little bit wary of Coast Watch getting back onto a good surface.
That's what I was going to say. You find a better track here in rating, but then it's Eagle Farm, so it's not actually a better track.
It's Eagle Farm.
Yeah, I don't know how he's going to handle Eagle Farm, but he won first up at Caulfield on a good track, and then he struck 2 pretty ordinary tracks in Sydney, and he's failed. So he might just be he might just want a firm deck.
It's a bit of a Bermuda Triangle though, Eagle Farm, where some horses can run outstanding at other tracks and they get to Eagle Farm and go absolutely backwards. So it should be interesting to see what gets thrown up on the weekend. But yeah, in what is a nice field here, I think Bend the Knee has the class edge over them, and this preparation where it presents third up should be the perfect time.
Very nice. And then we roll straight into the Victory Stakes.
Victory Stakes.
Rothfire returns. So
This is a beauty.
Juicy price of $2.50 with our friends at Boombet. I'll tell you what, I'm looking across punters and offering the best prices here. A lot of Boombet.
I'm looking here, and there's a horse that Pat had in his strategy last week. But
what are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
I've got to say to that horse, what are you doing here?
What happened last week? So Rob Heathcote had all his runners scratched because there's a thing there's a recovery product that he's been using for 20 years, he reckons. That is it only newly banned?
Yeah, in the last 12 months, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
They found it at his stables, so they scratched all the horses.
They found it at his stables being applied to every single one of his horses.
That's right. I guess it's like the old I guess for someone that's single and has a girl over, and the girl goes into the bathroom and opens the medicine cabinet up and sees the Viagra and goes, "Oh no, I don't use that anymore." I use it for a long time, but I don't use it anymore. Jeez.
Oh, that was a joke.
Yeah,
I used that as a joke.
When did they ban that? Oh, when did we start going out? A year ago. Yeah, haven't used it for a year at least.
Are you trying to tell us something?
What?
Admission of guilt here.
That's Rob Heathcote.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was his story.
Right. Okay. So
that's what he compared it to. But yeah, that was what an effort. Like, are you serious? It's 2022. Like, put your drugs away.
Put your What's the thing called?
What?
Viagra away. Put the Viagra away. You know what I actually went to say? And I might have to beat this out, but I went to say.
Oh, you can probably say that, but I don't know. What is the actual use for that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe
the
we'll have
use
to.
is or the improper use.
Maybe you will have to beep that out.
No, that's
But-
okay, leave it.
I've got to say, as an owner, if you're an owner of his horses, you would say, Robert, what is doing? Because
But someone has to be across that for him to say, hey, listen, maybe there's just not the correct communication going out there to everyone to say, hey guys, this is no longer acceptable. He's a big time trainer that's been using this product for, as he said, 20 years. I'm sure he's not the only one. Do you know what I mean? So
a lot of my friends use it also. Are we talking about?
I know
which
the
are we
horse
talking
stuff.
Are we
Horse
talking
Viagra.
about Are we talking about the horse? Well, that's what I had to start using because of.
Okay, that's enough. Do we look anywhere other than Rothfire starting up, campaign back on track? What's the aim for Rothfire here? Is it back to
Mate, to eventually get to an Everest slot holder again, I would say. So
yeah.
This is where I sort of make. I've got the big question mark over Rothfire. I don't know that I could launch into the $2.50 after the injury that it had and the time off that it's had. I don't know, Blakey, what would you think about $2.50 about a horse that hasn't raced for 5 months and is coming back from such a serious injury?
I haven't looked at the race, but it seems that it has to be some type of a risk.
Yeah. So,
What price would he be if he was fit and well and healthy and you would know he was going into the race?
be $1.50.
Okay. Well, 250 is probably fair then.
Yeah. For me, it's too big a question mark. Then draws 11. It's going to have to kick out, be booted up. He's not going to get the easiest of runs here. So I've actually leant towards Count de Rupee.
I think horse Blake.
Yeah, well, second to the great horse was pretty good form.
Yeah.
Kementari.
The big black fella. Special.
What? She's going to have to do a lot of beeping this episode, I would say.
No, that's what they call him, the big black fella.
I don't know about this.
Probably not. Who
I
calls him
don't know.
that?
I'm going to have to
Who's
listen back to
calling him
this and
that?
go, maybe not.
It's okay.
Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know.
Who's calling him
My
that?
dad always refers to Kingston Town as the black horse.
Okay.
You're allowed
Okay.
to call them
The
it's not
colour,
racist.
Yes. Okay.
Far from racist.
Is Kementari actually black?
He's black. He's very black.
Oh, okay.
He's a very good horse too, Kementari. You're a big fan
Do you
of
want
him,
me
Paddy.
to-
Kementari should actually have some of Rob Heathcote's stuff, not the stuff he got banned for.
Oh, yeah, because he can.
The other stuff.
Well, he can win now.
Yeah.
So
but
maybe
still-
Kementari can.
Well, I think they've gelded him now.
Really? So he can. What's that? What's that? Weed. Throw the weed killer on the
This is why
grass.
no one watches this show.
You can throw out some grass seed.
Yeah, well, Count de Rupee. Talk to us, Paddy. Why are we liking Count de Rupee?
Well, I don't know if you
Obviously.
remember back when it dominated in that gong race last year. They were sort of screaming from the rooftops that eventually they want to try and get an Everest slot with this horse. And I felt like with its first 2 runs, this preparation against the real good sprinters, Nature Strip and where are we? Oh, Kementari when it got beat. That they'll eventually get to that point where it'll deserve a slot. So I think to get a slot, you got to beat a slot holder. Rothfire was a slot holder before it got injured. I think if it could dominate in this race or even beat Rothfire, then it will be well on its way to heading towards the Everest later this year. So I've got Count de Rupee on top. Did love its run where it beat Big Parade home, which was the massive sprue course on the day. I know Kementari got ahead of them. It looked like Count de Rupee loomed up in that race and was just going to flog them. So if it comes on from that run, yeah, can see it giving this race a shake from the good barrier.
Count de Rupee. Yeah, it was racing against Nature Strip and Eduardo and that was the TJ Smiths.
If Rothfire wins, he'll get a slot. He'll get another Everest slot.
Oh, 100%. If Count de Rupee wins, it won't be given a slot straight away, but it'll be on its way to definitely to deserving its slot. But yeah, the horse you were talking about was It's Me in this race, Blackie. I think it's a bit tougher race than last week, so I reckon I'd probably prefer to see it go around here.
It's me.
Fair enough too. They're looking for a dry track up there with her.
I can't
Yeah.
see how it's going to stay a soft 5 either. I don't think we're meant to expect any more rain. I don't know. All right, let's head to BJ's backyard, Hawkesbury. You grew up on the track, didn't you, Blake?
I did, yeah, I did.
Couldn't have been closer.
No, I couldn't have been.
I can't remember. I only ever went to your house at night, I think.
I used to run around the track occasionally.
What?
Go for a jog.
Gallop.
No, run, yeah.
Would you?
Yeah.
The grass would be too tall for a good run, wouldn't it?
No. It's not. It's like this long.
That's long.
It's nice.
I'll tell you what.
Push.
Horse track, the grass on a horse track is a lot longer than you would think. It's definitely a lot.
That's what I'm saying.
Triple what you mow your back lawn.
I mean, I don't mind my back lawn.
Yeah, triple what? What's his name that mows it?
Anthony.
Anthony.
Oh, no, you're thinking of Jeff Johansson.
Jeff Johansson. Are you mowing the lawn today? Or are you going to stand there and talk to him?
That's when my son walked out with the toy lawnmower and started mowing the lawn. He didn't learn that from me.
Be a man like Jeff Johansson, son.
Yeah, your real dad. So we've got list of race. We've got Group 3s. You want to talk about this race 6, the 4X Gold Rush, which is 1,100 meters listed race. We've got the rail in the true position. We're going to get a soft 7. Was it raining down there today, Paddy? I thought when I spoke to you on the phone, I could hear.
And it was pacing
Yeah.
out. And
I do think it's going to be a wet track.
it's they've closed the fields for the kids' footy, so it's definitely a heavy track.
Yeah, right. Well, currently you've got Malkovich at $2.55, 11.11 on the second line of betting at $5.60, Tycoonus at $6, Marbusha at $9, Pachoose $9.50, and then in our double figure odd ranges, we've got Surreal Step, Bellagio Miss, Trumbull, and Magic Talent rounds off this field at $201. B, do you want to give us something? Did you have a look at this race? We haven't had a look at this race.
I have
yet.
had a look, but I'm not really interested in it
As a betting
at
prospect.
this stage. But Pat was pretty keen on this
What
race.
did you like, Paddy?
Keen as mustard, mate. Keen as mustard.
Oh,
The 4X Gold Rush. This is probably race named after you, Woodhead. Same time, 2:15 in the afternoon, where your
that's the
4X
rush.
Gold Rush just starts to
Rushes
happen.
to my brain.
Yeah, you're probably on about your third or fourth by then. But
Only one
Malkovich,
standard.
they're only one standard drink. That's all you got to drink more of them. But
Yeah.
Malkovich for me spoke to the stable today. They blinkers off first time, which they've told me that that's because Nash said it was pretty fired up with them on last start, where it over raced and dropped out pretty unremarkably. This horse just has a class edge over this second-rate field, and I think it can probably put a space on them. So I reckon it's a good bet this weekend.
Oh,
Malcolm.
don't tell me margin betting falls back into the realm again this weekend, Paddy.
Well, I won't be adding
Maybe over 1,100 meters with the.
I won't be adding a 0.25, but geez, at Hawkesbury, you are taking a big risk betting the margins because you do not know how far ahead or behind they are until they actually cross that line. And even then, you have no idea.
The bookies can just make it up. Oh, you can't see it. It's Hawkesbury anyway. Malkovich, 255. So you are launching into a $2.50 shot this weekend.
Have to. There's got to be one.
There's got to be one.
There's got to be one every week.
There's Malkovich features in overs and unders this week.
does,
Yeah,
it does.
okay. I'm very interested to see.
Usually
whether
the things
taking
that
its
I,
price or not.
That I'm very bullish on, Blake says will blow. So
I do think that he'll blow.
Hey, save it. We've got
Hey,
intros
hey.
and stuff like
We'll
that.
talk about it.
The Gold Rush. So, Paddy, what other race have you done at Hawkesbury? BJ, have you got something that we want to look at? Do you want to have a look at the Hawkesbury Guineas?
Yeah, the Hawkesbury Guineas are pretty straightforward. I think Mr. Mozart brings. He's just too good for these.
It does look to be a.
Yeah, I think he's
Class
33 days between runs, back to 1,400 meters. His last 2 wins have been on heavy surfaces. That's A-grade form. And Valana, Lock Eagle, they're both on the way up, but this horse has the runs on the board. I think he starts much shorter than $3. So, yeah, he's very hard to beat. And he's well placed under set weights and penalties conditions of the race.
Do you have any betting, Paddy?
mate, I'm happy to back Mr. Mozart, but I'll be having a good watch on Lock Eagle and Villana, just simply for that race in Queensland where we've where I've tipped the other horse.
I think if the track goes the other way, it would be more suitable for Lock Eagle. There's two
Post a
horses
victory
that-
over Straight Aaron, Lock Eagle, which is I've got it down as a very good horse. I know I got beat last start, but
Yeah, I think he wasn't suited by that very heavy surface last start, and that's ditto for Iron Lethal. So if we do miss the rain and you're getting into a soft surface, probably a different story. But on a heavy surface, Mr. Mozart, he's the one.
He's the one that I want. All right, let's get into the Hawkesbury Gold Cut. It's all gold out at Hawkesbury. Race 9, 1,600 metres, Group 3. Art Cadeau, Tommy Berry on board. Great combo, these two. $5.60 is our current favourite. Kerwin's Lane at $6. Brutality at $8.50. Creadiris, $11. Archidemus, a tissue, the front man imaging. It's a big old race, a very wide open race. Arcadeau just romp in here. We sticking with the toppy as well.
Let me go first.
good mark over the mile, isn't it?
This is tough race. This is a tough race. A lot of different form lines coming together. Yeah, Art Cadeau, he's going well enough, and he was unlucky last start, but he's priced to at least his best. I want to have something on Olmedo here. He was good enough first up. He was wide without cover. That was over 1,200 metres. Then they ran him into all-age stakes, and he had absolutely no luck. He's much better suited in this grade. And I reckon he takes control of the race, and he might just be hard to beat. But outside of that, there's just nothing between these horses.
It is open. It's very, very wide. Paddy, you liking something here?
Let me say it to you again. Be looking around for that sick mate of yours who is contacting you to tip Creadiris.
It's $11. If someone tipped that to me and I backed it and it won, I wouldn't be too upset with them.
It's most likely not going to win. And
Okay.
you will know that mate of yours is crook for tipping Creadiris to you.
Please tell me you're tipping Creadiris.
I'm tipping Archidemus.
Okay. Pikey again.
Pikey again. Do you know what? In what is a tough race, this horse presents third up, and yeah, hopefully it can run along. It's going to have to jump and go forward out of the barrier. It's probably not getting any better as an 8-year-old, but this field is an absolute soup. So yeah, plenty of value to be found, and I think something each way Archidemus for me.
Archidemus.
With no
And
confidence.
Almeida. A lot of confidence bet.
But you know what? It's hard for me to go with Art Cadeau. I don't think it's got out to a mile before.
No, I don't think so either, actually.
This is first time at the mile. This is the Hawkesbury Cup, mate. This isn't the country.
This is half as important as the Melbourne Cup.
Why half as important?
Oh, just because of the distance.
Oh, because it's half the distance.
Yeah.
Oh, well played.
That's how they rank them.
Well
Had
played.
you not already said that?
Yeah, I made that joke before.
Oh, okay. Just double checking.
That's why I loved it.
Yeah, loved it. Arcadeau. It's not a bad race. It's last start, but
I know you're a big Arcadeau fan, mate. What is it? Terry Robinson's horse, Tommy Berry.
good story. I just like good storylines.
Yeah,
I go storylines over form lines. And I tell you what, I'm way behind.
You only got Blake laughing then.
Oh, I got one out of him. Just kidding. I've got a soundboard now. I recorded little giggles of Blake, so I just play him whenever I do a funny.
I'm trying to. I think they just called Wire Races off, so I'm just a little bit annoyed
Oh,
about
bullshit.
that. I know.
Guys, can we please? I know everyone listening would be itching at the bit. We have to get down to Morphettville and discuss the Australasian Oaks.
Morphettville madness.
We're here, guys. Strap yourselves in. We are going around that big track at Morphettville, that 334 metre straight.
Can you tell us some? I'll put you on the spot here, but can you tell us some past winners of the Australasian Oaks?
Oh, there would be some amazing winners at the Australasian Oaks. But no, I can't tell you them. I reckon Jamie Kah will have a lot of money will be following her around this mini carnival or whatever we call it down here.
Well, that's back home to Adelaide for Jamie Kah, where it all began with T-Mac.
She's decided to forego the Queensland Racing Carnival and stay down there and grab some winners. And it kicks off with the first Group 1, this race 7 over 2,000 metres. So we are currently, they're predicting a good 4. The weather's meant to be beautiful this weekend down there. The rail is in the true position. You like the addition of the rail? People like this.
I don't know much about Adelaide racing, but it seems pretty stupid to me if this is the case. They're running the first 4 races on the Parks track, and then they're running the 3 features on the main track, and then they run races 7 and 8 back on the Parks track.
Yeah, isn't the last race in the Parks track as well? So what is that? Is that an inside track?
Yeah.
That's outrageous.
That'd
be like Kensington and Randwick being run in the
folk
same day.
down there.
Like it's their major day, and they only want to run 3 races on the main track.
Are they all running the traditional Melbourne way of going, or are they swapping around for a couple?
Oh, you would know.
The weirdest thing is they're actually doing race 5 and race 6 at the exact same time, like a model train set. They just
There must be some reason.
Is it a joke down there? What's going on? Can people? I know people. We have had comments before because we aren't overly keen on South Australian racing, and especially this little lob of Group 1s that they sneak in. But even this, Blake's right. I looked at it too today, and I thought this can't be right. There's got to be a reason for this. There has to be. I searched the articles and I found none. So maybe they just like to fuck around down there. This is like their sick South Australian sense of humour.
So what are you saying? Like, as Jeff Tuvey would say, do you say there's got to be an investigation into this?
Nah, I don't know. Don't give them any Group 1s. Is that fair?
No.
They only get like 3 or 4 within a 2-week period.
WA, I'm the same with them. Keep them in Melbourne, Sydney or Brisbane.
Do you know who the WA Premier is yet?
The WA?
Yeah.
Mark McGowan.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think I ask this question every week.
Adelaide's not in Western Australia.
Oh, it's all over there. This was the Schweppes Oaks before it was the Australasian Oaks. This is why maybe you're having trouble finding winners, but
I don't think that's correct. I don't think that's right.
That is 100% correct. I'm telling you.
The Australasian
No,
Oaks.
it was the Schweppes Oaks.
Schweppes is a sponsor.
Schweppes
It
Australasian
was the
Oaks.
Schweppes Oaks before, mate. I'm telling you, Schweppes. This race was first run in 1982, the same year that Schweppevescence was invented.
So full of good facts.
Yeah. But there's some good past winners. I'm telling you, at Egg Tart, Toffee Ton, Gallica, a horse that I had to fill up on Derby Day once. Sound Action in 2003. There is some very nice horses that have won this race.
Oh, let us know when you mention
Mannerism.
one. Well, current favourite for this race, this year's edition, the 2022 edition, is My Whisper with Jamie Kah on board, Peter and Paul Snowden, currently $4.85 with Boombet. Daisies, $9. Bonza Perla, $10.20. Didn't we had one of our members tip that in their strategy and it come up for a good place price, I think.
Don't know.
Yeah, it was a great tip. Mac and Cheese at $11. Glint of Hope, a Japanese horse, $11.20. Barb Raider, So You See, and a whole heap of other horses, including one of the horses, which is an emergency called Roots. Pat, what are you liking in this one?
Ooh. That Roots is a nice name, isn't it? That's nearly as good as Ting Tong.
Roots is... Oh, did Ting Tong go any good?
Ting Tong ran all right.
Ting Tong run third,
Second or
paid
third,
well a
yeah.
place.
You know what? As soon as you mentioned it on the show, I'm like, I've got to back it, because usually when you mention something stupid like that,
Blakey got the winner in the race, though. That was Le Chevalier's race.
That was Le Chevalier's race.
Oh, yeah. Eden. TikTok.
Ting Tong.
TikTok.
Oh, TikTok. Oh, yeah.
We put it in. That's a TikTok winner. There you go. Can't abuse it.
Yeah,
Hey, this is...
Did they get us?
They still can.
They'll still pop us. I'll tell you what, Le Chevalier was at the race day. Le Chevalier was the boom bet there because everyone knew the leg up, best of the day, and the crowd went wild. They were cheering, If you were there, I reckon there might have been some like crowd surfing.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Blake would have been like, "Don't touch me, please.
Put me down.
Don't touch." Who's got my laptop?
Crowd surf me straight out to my car.
Who's got my laptop? Hold my laptop.
Remember the last members event? No, the first members event, that girl got on your laptop?
Yeah.
The girl that worked in the bar thought it'd be funny to just fuck around with all of Blake's stuff. She was a funny girl, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was. I got a story. She gave one of the punters at that day her number.
Oh, can you name him?
Tried to crack on. It was Hildo.
Oh, no.
Hildo gave her the wrong number. Isn't that naughty?
That was his room number.
What a naughty boy. It was one digit less and she didn't even realise.
No, I don't think she would have. Are we going to back a winner in this race or we just...
We are, mate. We are. We've got one of mine. This is a black booker of mine. Obviously not a black booker.
Never heard you ever say.
But this is... I could imagine if I did do the black book that I would put this horse in it.
Yeah.
I love this horse, Daisies. Second up this prep was absolutely great, beating Bonza Perla. Third up in that race at Morphettville, the Port Adelaide Guineas, I think it just got too tough a run, and the eventual winner, Harley Movin, flogged them, but it got the suck run up the fence and was able to run away from him. Daisies presented at the top of the straight like it was going to run straight past him. Probably just felt the run a bit. Steps up to the 2,000 metres here. Perfect time if it's prep for this. Only question mark is it jumps from 17. Going to get 10-1 about it, though. Happy to take this horse each way all day. Daisies.
Daisies. This is a horse of yours.
Yes, it is. It actually won on Everest Day last year.
The last race.
Yeah, I do remember that. I think, that was before the Oaks last year.
The Shreps Oaks.
No,
the artist.
Okay.
This is the artist formerly known as the Schweppes Oaks.
You like one, BJ?
I think it's a good race. There's plenty of chances. I actually do think Bonza Pearl is the one. Thought she was really good last start in that Aurora Stakes. My Whisper was very good winning the race. She was 3 deep without cover. But this filly had to give her 3 kilos. And she's much better suited here under the set weight. So she gets a 3 kilo weight swing on My Whisper, and she was held up and had to pick up with that big weight on her back. And she did a really good job, but just the other filly had more momentum down the outside and was too strong for her late. But I think Bonza Perla just gets the right run here. And I think there's a little bit too much between her and My Whisper in the market at the moment. So Bonza Perla for me, $9.
Well, Rob Thornthwaite will like that. He was the first one to mention it and had him in the strategy. He had $10 each way and was paying $16 a place.
16 a place?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
Good on you, Rob.
Good on you, Rob. Yeah, that was good. That was in the Australian Guineas.
So, Paddy, you're going Daisies. BJ, you're going Bonza Perla. We'll chuck that up on the socials. Let's get into the BlakeBook.
This week, the horse we're throwing in the BlakeBook is by the name of King of Pharaohs. I thought he was super winning first up at Bendigo. That was on a bit of a rain-affected surface. I know that he's in the nominations for Warrnambool on the Thursday, so I think that's where he's going. That's Lindsay Smith's home track, Warrnambool. I think this horse is set up to win there, and I think he will be winning. He led first up, 64 grade, and he exploded away from them. So I think he is going to be set up to win at Warrnambool. So we're throwing him in the BlakeBook, sorry. Safe Secret, we threw in the BlakeBook last week.
Last week, yeah.
There's a little bit of news about him. He's in on, I think, Sunday or Monday. I just have to check that. But
BlakeBook alert.
Yeah, BlakeBook alert. Running on the 1st of May at Bendigo, race 5. No markets available yet.
I reckon we might throw something in the tips and slips about that. Obviously, when I say we, I mean you, Blake.
Can you do it?
Definitely, I'll do it.
Oh, okay.
I'll do it. So, King of Pharaohs this week, Lindsay Smith going to Warrnambool. That's next Thursday.
The Bool.
The
King
Bool.
of Pharaoh.
Yep. Put him in.
I love it. All right, into the $100 strategies. Paddy, you only lost $50 last week because I think you had a scratching strategy. BJ had a win, small win,
Very small.
but we're back in the winner's circle. We had 2 dry weeks there, fellas.
We did.
Who wants to kick off?
Me.
Go.
All right, mate. I've got Adelaide race 7, number 3, Daisies, for all the reasons that I said in the Sweps, formerly known as the Sweps Oaks. 25 a win at $9. Going to Brisbane race 7, number 3, Bend the Knee, 25 win at $5. And then we are going back to Sydney. Sydney race 6, number 2, Malkovich, for all the reasons mentioned before, $50 a win at $2.55.
We'll whack that up on the socials. We'll get that up on TikTok just so that the punters can reach out and say hello. BJ, what do you got for us?
Okay, I am going to go to Hawkesbury to start off with. Hawkesbury race 5. I think. Let me just check this. Hang on 1 sec. Hawkesbury race. Probably should have had this.
That's all right, mate.
Ready. Hawkesbury race 4. Number 1, Carla Pearl. I'm going to be having $60 the win on him, best of the best. So we'll see what price he starts. Tab went up $6, straight into $3. I think that's about the price that he starts, but I think he's a real good horse. Dylan Gibbons is making his Saturday debut. Chris Lees has shipped him in to take a couple of kilos off this horse's back. So I think that's a little tip in itself. So Calipore, Hawkesbury race 4, number 1. He's going to be really hard to beat. And then I'm going to go to the Australasian Oaks and I'm going to have $40 the win on Bonza Perla, $9. And that's it from me.
Beautiful. I love it. Nice and simple.
Very simple.
Okay, that's $100 strategy. We'll have them up on the social so you can follow them. Let's get some winners, boys. Overs and unders. Each week we are identifying when to bet on the gun horses for this weekend coming up. BJ lets us know if they're going to blow, they're going to stay. Should we bet now? Should we wait till the death? BJ, what do you got for us this week?
Okay, short segment this week. Let's start with Calipore, Hawkesbury race 4. I think he's already gone off a little bit in the market, so I think he'll get back out on the day. I think the bookies will want to lay him to some extent because he's only had 1 Australian start, and the number he put up was okay, but it was only in an even pace race. But I think this horse is going to explode on Saturday, and I think he'll be winning. So I just think wait until Saturday, see if they take him on.
Going best of best.
Best of the best. That's why we're
$100
going best of the
strategy,
best in the
perfect.
$100 strategy. And then Hawkesbury, I do think the money will come for that horse late. So I think he'll get back out, and then they'll back him
Okay, so
again.
maybe don't wait to the death.
Not till the death.
Maybe
But
like
top
Saturday
flight,
morning, have a look.
Back in top flight or best of the best or something like that.
Okay.
So Malkovich race 6 at Hawkesbury. I think this horse is going to blow just because his figures on heavy surfaces aren't great. So I think he's coming off a poor performance in that Galaxy. I don't think he's at his best on heavy surfaces, and 235 is marked right up to his best. And then Hawkesbury race 7, Mr. Mozart. I think he starts much shorter than $3, which is available with the tab, especially if we get onto a heavy surface. He just looks, well, the stable have reassessed and they've set him for this race because he's 33 days off. He's back 100 metres, lands a heavy surface, back against his own age. Gee, he's going to be hard to beat.
So take the price.
Take the $3.
Take the $3.
Take the $3.
That's it, boys. Anything else? Anything we're missing? We're going to show this. We should have left this up for the episode.
Checkers.
There it is. I'll be drinking that on the drive home. Oh, no, not allowed to say that. Oh, this is yours anyway. Thank you, boys. Appreciate that. Paddy, I know you really do kind of Tetris your day around. And I think the kids just walked in for the last 10 minutes of the show.
Yep.
So tell them they've been going very well. Are they watching telly or something? What are they doing?
Oh, we just stuff socks in their mouths.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Parenting 101. BJ, how you going, mate? Good episode today?
Good episode. Very good.
Feel good, up and about?
Yeah.
Tough Saturday ahead, but we're going to get it.
It is a tough Saturday. I
Yeah.
don't particularly like this walkthrough meeting. It's a lot of horses that are first up.
I feel like we had a similar conversation last year. Maybe it's just a tough meeting every year.
Yeah, because you got a lot of horses like that are going to Queensland, just start kicking off their campaigns. You don't know where they are, so it's an interesting one.
Is this the last of
Do
the
they,
Saturdays?
do they start them at Hawkesbury so that when they go to Queensland, it really feels like a proper holiday?
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
Good to get out of that shithole Hawkesbury. We'll end on that.
All right.
See you, boys. Hooroo punters.
See you, mate.
Alice.
Like.